Hello, this is Die Anti-Natalist, and a lot of construction going on in this part of town. And every time I see workers, on roads, street crew and everything, road crew, they seem to be, invested in their jobs. And I think they do get paid pretty well. I mean, even union laborers get paid really well. But, the road crews, the truckers, they're the driving forces in our economy and our, the foundation of our country. I'm really, really grateful that they're coming out to work today. And, they didn't decide to just retire or loaf off or, get on some kind of assistance. So I'm sure, a lot of these guys would rather be, home enjoying a meal or working less. But it does seem to me that the construction workers seem to kind of like what they do. And it's hard work. I mean, they don't have to go into this kind of work. But I know some people who build homes, they just want to accomplish, and building home makes them accomplish. I knew a developer once. He says, let's tear all the trees down. Let's just develop more properties. That was his job, right? To develop. And he didn't value green spaces and trees. He valued, development and concrete jungles. So, our infrastructure depends on these guys. And I know these guys get up early, probably like at 5 or 6 o'clock. And let me ask him a question here, if they'll answer me. I have a question. Do you like your job?
No.
Oh, that blows my story. Do you like your job? He smiled. Oh boy, how funny. Let me ask this one. Do you like this job?
Excuse me?
Do you like this job working here?
Do I what?
Do you like your job?
Do I like my job?
Yeah.
Some days.
Someday.
When the public isn't yelling at us.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said.
Oh, yeah. And that's another thing. I understand that, because the public hates construction workers because they're always tying up traffic. And I just waited a very long time. So anyway, one guy definitely said no. And he said it with a smile on his face, but he was very, he had convictions. He had strong convictions. But, okay, back to my story. These men or women, and equally, they are necessary. Very, very necessary. I'm going to lose my turn here. I'm not familiar with this part of town. But our roads are absolutely necessary. Without people working, we don't eat. Farmers, that is, if they don't work. If road crews don't work, we can't drive. If mechanics don't go to work, we can't fix our cars. If veterinarians aren't going to work and technicians, our pets are gonna die. They're gonna be ill and hurt. And if doctors don't go to work, we don't get medications and we don't get surgeries or referrals. Work is just absolutely necessary once you're placed into existence. And this is a thanks to all of you workers. I know there's a dude on my Facebook groups, and his name is Andrew. And Andrew, if you're watching, I don't know if you watch my videos, but thank you for working. You are a truck driver, and I believe you go from Canada to the U.S. But truck drivers bring everything we need, our shampoo, forks and spoons, our bedding, our linens, our clothing, our brooms, and our mops. So besides the rail and, 18-wheelers, they're bringing us everything that we need and everything that we consume. Well, whether we go and whether you get a block of cheese, or whether you get your dog food or your cat litter, your shampoo, your makeup, your computers, your baseball bats, your footballs, your soccer balls, or your beer. Everything is transported. And even if you consume, things that aren't legal, they're transported some way, right? Probably through the mail or by a boat or something. So somebody's working to provide you with your resources and what you need. And most people do not like getting up and going to the job. So, obviously some days are better than others, and there's drawbacks to everybody's job, even a fun job. Like a couple jobs I had were really fun. You got your bad days, and customers were not always happy, and coworkers I think were the worst. I really liked my bosses, but coworkers can make your life miserable. And you can't pick your coworkers, just like your family. You don't pick your family. So anyway, that's just my take on existence and work. And it's a shame that anybody is placed into existence without their permission. A lot of people just simply do not connect the fact that they were born without consent, and they blame it on their job that they hate or the parents that they hate. Well, yeah, they are the ones responsible. But some people blame their bodies. Oh, well, my body, it's falling apart. Or, my feet don't, I can't stand up as long on my feet as I used to. Or they may, complain about their income or their education level or, lack of job skills. Folks, that is all due to being placed into existence. And a lot of your luck and your fate and your talents and skills, it all comes from your parents, or it came from the lineage that you were brought into this world with. So the blame is not on your body, on the world, the car you drive, the boss you have, the job you go to. It's blamed solely on your progenitors. Your biological parents are the ones that influenced your fate, whether positive or negative. So, we need to preach. We need to preach antinatalism. We need to get more people on the bandwagon. Antinatalists need to be working together. Some antinatalists don't work together, that they don't support each other. And everybody has a niche, even if you approach, the philosophy in a clownish behavior, or even if you're quiet and calm, or whether you're outspoken and bold, or whether you're pessimistic or optimistic about promoting antinatalism. However you use whatever tools you use to produce videos and books and articles and discussion, folks, it's all going to bring the light to antinatalism. And there's some antinatalists that I don't agree with, incomplete, and their style or their approach is not my style, but they are reaching people. Everybody is reaching somebody, right? nobody can connect with, everybody's skills. Some people are looking for entertainment, and I think that's, pretty big with people online. They want to be entertained. They really don't want to hear, Diane Antinatalist, just speaking the facts. They're looking for some glitz and some glamour, and they're, looking for entertainment and flashiness. But, my style is what it is, and I pretty much just spit the facts out. And I'm also bold. So, however you can bring up the subject, if you're just a lay person and you're not on YouTube or Facebook, or you're not, active in groups, or you're not outspoken, you can just bring up the word. You can bring it up to your family. Like, there's a new word I learned. It's called antinatalism. And I really think it has a lot of truth to it. It just makes a lot of sense. It's just absolute, common sense. If we weren't born, we would receive no harms and no diseases. We wouldn't be victims of crime. I mean, nobody's going to argue with that. And you can even leave the conversation at that. Or you could go further depending on your reception. Sometimes it's great to leave, just plant seeds that people can, grasp, and, they'll go home, they'll Google it. It'll stick with them for the rest of the day. You just plant seeds, and you produce questions and for other people to ponder. So yeah, my original video was on working and how I appreciate, all the workers working, because you make it possible for the world to go around. And if people are stagnant, and that includes also like retired people. Retired people sometimes cannot work. They can do volunteer work. They can work part-time. They can take care of volunteer entities. They can make phone calls. So even if you're, retired, you can still walk homeless animals, or you can, hold a fundraising drive, or you can contribute to society. And I think the last few generations don't really feel a need to contribute. They feel resentment, and I felt resentment too when I was young and forced to do things because of being placed into existence. But I think if you find a job or a hobby that is exciting and rewarding, and you feel that you are accomplishing something, you are making a difference. And I spend a lot of my time making videos and promoting antinatalism, and I know it's making a difference. I know because I've sparked anger and backlash and resentment and hate, and that's usually what it takes to get a movement started. When people resent something, you're on the path to change, and change is what's necessary. So I've stuck my neck out for this philosophy. I don't get paid. YouTube does not pay me. My fans or subscribers or sponsors, they are the ones who pay me. But it's not enough to pay the bills, or consider this a job. It is it's just my baby, if you will, and it's my hobby, and it's going to be my hobby until the day I die. I will be promoting antinatalism, and everybody in my community will know the name. Yes, they will. I'm very, very outspoken, and we just need more people speaking about the philosophy, and it's a philosophy of altruism. So I want to thank all of you YouTube creators on antinatalism, because I've seen more and more and more people on YouTube and Reddit and WhatsApp and Twitter and Instagram, and maybe because, you know, I'm linked to the philosophy and I'm seeing a lot of posts that are generated, but you really can't miss it. If you're online, you cannot miss the child-free antinatalist culture, and it's a growing culture, and it will continue to grow. So I have a lot of confidence that my efforts are gaining way, and your efforts can gain way too. So if you've been stagnant up until now, you can do small things. You can interject antinatalism into conversations. You can get a bumper sticker. You can just go anywhere online. Life Sucks Publishing. You know, I think he's gonna create some bumper stickers if he doesn't already have some. And Amazon, eBay. I've sold some stickers, but I don't sell them on an ongoing basis because, you know, I don't have a store on eBay. I've just sold them randomly, and it was just too much work for, you know, I'm not a business person, so I'm not watching my my eBay account every day. But yeah, you can, you know, put bumper stickers on your car. You can leave flyers if you're, you know, kind of a meek person and, you know, you don't want to stick your neck out too far. You can print up some flyers from different organizations. Voluntary Human Extinction Movement. He's got some great content. Les Knight, Volunteer Human Extinction Movement. Google that, and you can print out some flyers on his messages, and you can drop them off, leave them in bathrooms, leave them on bulletin boards, laundromats, you know, coffee places with outdoor seating. You can leave them, you know, out. You can leave flyers outdoors. You can hand flyers out at picnics or events outdoors. You can intrude on public property, so you can't, you know, go inside a grocery store and start doing this. But on public property, you are free to hand out or leave flyers. You can even leave flyers on people's cars as long as you don't damage the car. So there's many ways to be an activist, or, you know, if you're a retiree, you don't just have to give up and sit on the couch and watch movies all day long or play video games. You can be an activist, and you can even, you know, start a fake account if you really had to, or just go under a different moniker to hide yourself and just promote antinatalism. But anyway, thanks for watching, and if you're working, if you have a paid job and you're helping you know, your community, if you're providing for us consumers, thanks for working and holding a job. Please subscribe, like, and share.